Hello everyone, and welcome to the Rebooted Reviews. Today I'll be going over Onua's combo model. Now, just to specify, I'm building this off of no official instructions. I'm basing this all off of this screenshot. And so all the modifications I made for Onua are all based off of this image. So because I can't see Onua's back, I don't know if there's any modifications there. But what I do know is the rearranging of the armor and the changing of his hammer, the removal of his shoulder pads, and the adding of this thing. The basic pros and cons of Onua remain the same, except for a few things. One, his proportions are a bit different. While it's not like they made any crazy changes, this arm is the protector of Earth's arm, except with his shoulder pads and his hands. So I guess he's supposed to be able to hit things with this. So you can go like that and just crush Skull Spider. Now, as to the other changes, they changed his leg armor. They changed this armor, like I said. They changed this arm. Also, the only one I'm aware of for his back is that the part where you're supposed to be able to attach his hammer for his when you create his turbo shovelers, that part you have to flip it around, so that way the axle, rather than facing out this way, it's facing out that way. That way you can attach this thing. I'm not really sure why it's there. It's basically the protector of Earth's other arm, but without the forearm piece, and you rotate the armor to the other side. He's a bit more gappy now because of the removal of his shoulder pads, so that's unfortunate. Now, the major change, and the one I had the most figuring out how it was built, was his hammer. Now I'm just going to detach the whole thing for easier review. So I'm not really clear on how this is constructed. Like I said, I based it off of that one image, but what I could see was the Gatling gun was in there, so I had to put that in. I also saw flat pieces indicating that these were in there, and then I also saw these parts sticking up, and of course this. Pretty cool because the structure of the thing, it makes the hammer bigger, and this spiky part at the back both distributes the purple a bit better, and it also makes the hammer look a bit more threatening. So you're supposed to be able to shoot, and I'm turning the wrong part, turn this, and fire off all the studs, preferably without losing any of them. That's nice. That's another function he gains. Gear function, unchanged, aside from that modification I mentioned regarding the reversing of that one piece. Unfortunately, given that the launcher is part of the main anatomy of the hammer, it's very easy by accidentally shooting off the rounds when you just want to move the hammer or the hand holding the hammer. So the issue is, you may have noticed, this hammer goes like that. The only solution that I can come up with, so the axle that I used here was the one that was originally in the handle, and I put the yellow pieces from the star drill, I put those there. And speaking of the hilt, I didn't actually notice the hammer's actually taller until I had to use this piece and needed to use this axle instead, and I noticed the gears at the base of the hammer, so interesting to point out. I'm not gonna do a how-to, but you can see pretty well from this how I constructed the hammer. Ta-da. You can see how to build the hammer in the previous few shots. You can pause the video at any point to see how to build it. I was talking earlier about the colors, and Onua's purple is distributed a bit better, or at least the trans purple, because of the purple on the hammer. The purple in this apparatus right here, and the purple in this arm. As for the rest of this purple, it isn't distributed as well, because they shoved all the purple over to this one arm in addition to all of the gold. So there's no gold, well, except for the golden mask. Also, something you'll notice about the image is that he doesn't have his golden mask, but for the POWAAH combiner that is shown in-game, that combiner doesn't have the golden mask either. On LegoClub.com it tells you to give POWAAH his golden mask, so I figured you're supposed to do the same thing with Onua. There's no gold on this side, if you just to show this part aside from his head. There's no gold there, so that's kind of bad. It does distribute the silver a bit better. I'm not really sure if I should consider this artistic asymmetry, or if I should, like with POWAAH, or if I should lump it in with Furno 2.0, where they were just doing it for fun. But regardless, the colors are a bit less consistent. I don't really know why they changed up the legs, but that's what they did, I guess. I guess he gets a bit more of a boot effect because they use these on the bottom. This is Onua before, and this is him after. The other function is, the skull spider takeover. You can still get the full range of articulation because he doesn't have a standard build as compared to the other Toa and the protectors. The skull spider can attach very well. The only issue I can foresee is it doesn't really go. See, I can't get him to go in the same pose I had him before because this leg won't allow it. If I bring this leg out, it works. With the skull spider, Onua looks just as menacing as he did when he looked like that, especially considering his new, more threatening hammer and his grindy thingy. Not grind. That's next wave. Anyway, I think that's about it. Mask launching function, of course, because they did not remove the eye stalk, it remains the same. Just like that. Extra pieces include this much of the protector, all these other pieces from the protector, and all these pieces from Onua. I think that's about it. What do you guys think of these combiners? I personally don't think these combiners are much better than Brain Attack's combiners from Hero Factory, because the Breakout combiners were kind of weird and crazy creature things, whereas Brain Attack and these combiners are kind of just whoever the main combiner is for. You take pieces from the other set and put them on the first set and change around some armor and stuff. I don't really remember many Invasion from Below combiners since I only got 4 Invasion from Below sets, 2 from each wave. I think they had some good combiners. But what do you guys think of these combiners? They good, bad, strange, really, really, really weird? Like Gadunko weird? Do you think that Onua will fall asleep while meditating? But anyway, enough fourth wall breaking. Like or dislike, leave a comment with some constructive criticism. It's always welcome. Please be sure to tune in next time when I review Golly Master of Water. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then.